Hello and happy Flip It Friday. This is Beth Myers of Arrival Coaching, and I'm a Law of Attraction Empowerment Coach, mentor, and speaker. And welcome to Flip It Friday. If this is your first time joining Flip It Friday, it's every Friday at noon Eastern Time, and we have conversation and dive deeper into the lyrics for the songs that I post for Music Monday. And I see that Kathy's joining and Nori's joining. Thank you so much for joining in on the live conversation today. And we're going to take the lyrics of Jessica Andrews' song, Who I Am, and we're going to take a look at what meaning we can gain to bring to our lives each and every day to make it a little brighter, to flip the lyrics to just take that depth of what we can bring more energy and more meaning into our life each and every day. So, Susan, so glad that you're able to join us today, and I would love for you to join in, make comments, send me some hearts, send me some thumbs up to let me know that you're here, and that really helps keep the energy flowing and the conversation going as well. Yay, Jessica, so glad that you're here, and Mom, I'm so glad that you're joining in as well. This song is a really neat song of Who I Am, and we're really gonna go to look at who each of us are today. So I hope you have your introspection glasses on to dive into your own soul and play with that a little bit. We're going to have some fun with it. Kim, I'm so glad that you're here. I appreciate you every week being here in person most of the time, but sometimes energetically with helping me keep Flip It Friday going and all the technology. So thank you. So, as I said, we're going to be doing Jessica Andrews' song today, Who I Am. And I love the way this music video starts out because it has her as a little girl, like home movies, and then pictures as she's getting older, and then her in real time with getting for you to learn a little bit more about who she is through her story that she tells with the lyrics of this song. So I'm going to start out with what my favorite line from the song is, and it's the lyrics that say, so when I make a big mistake, when I fall flat on my face, I know I'll be all right. And this has been a journey for myself, as I'm sure for each of us on our own paths that we take, and really stepping onto that path of being able to thrive on our journey and not just survive. And a lot of times we look at mistakes that we make and we think, oh, that was so stupid, that was so dumb, why did I do that? As opposed to looking at it as a stepping stone, as a learning opportunity, and embracing our mistakes as those learning opportunities, which they are. Kim says she loves the fun. Yes, I do too. And Joe, I'm so glad that you're joining in today as well. So think about things that you've had opportunities to learn along your journey in life, and how when you do make a mistake, when you do fall flat on your face, just knowing that you'll be all right, being grounded in that, knowing that the universe has you, that your higher being, God, Goddess, whatever it is for you, has you, and you are a special and unique person, just who you are. And with Jessica's song of Who I Am, it really gets us wanting to hold that mirror up and figure out who we are, with the darkness that we each have and the light that we each had. And this week in nature, nature has shown us such a powerful and magical opportunity to remind us of this with the solar eclipse. And I don't know, if maybe you can type in and let me know if you saw the solar eclipse, or not necessarily looked at it, but got to observe it somehow in a safe way. Be able to put down, just a thumbs up, or yes, I saw it, and maybe what your takeaway was from that. for me, it was a reminder of the darkness and the light that we all hold within ourselves. We all have these experiences that are full of darkness, full of those times when we do fall flat on our face, and the light, the things that go well for us, that go smoothly with ease and grace. Those aspects of ourselves that we embrace and say, yes, this is who I am. This is a part of me that I want to celebrate and let everybody know. But we also have that darkness, those sides of ourselves that we don't really want to share with everybody or shout from the rooftops. And we don't have to necessarily do that, but it's being honest. Our word for this week, the empowerment word for this week, is honesty. And I felt like this song really spoke a lot about honesty because it talks about the dark and the light that we each have inside of ourselves, and being able to embrace that fully and completely, just as people just flocked to embracing the darkness and the light of the solar eclipse, because we understand that a little bit more. Many, many centuries ago, people would have hid and thought it was the end of the world when the sun wasn't blocked and wasn't shining on our earth. And today we know that this is just a phenomenon that's come around, that's unique and special. And let's celebrate what it has to teach us. So I'm going to look back at the feed and see what your takeaways were from the solar eclipse this week, or any energy that you gained from that experience, and see what you have to say. So Joe says, sorry we missed the last couple of streams. Sorry we missed you on the live stream as well. But remember, you can always go back and watch the replays at any point in time. Or you can check out my YouTube channel as well, where they're all there as well on Arrival Coaching's YouTube channel. So Susan, I have had a lot of learning opportunities recently. Knowing all is well keeps me going. Yes, that tends to be one of my mantras too, Susan. All is well. When things are seeming difficult, sometimes I just repeat that in my head to myself, kind of like the lyrics of this song. That's who I am. You know, in my head, I say, all is well. All is well. So finding those things that we can kind of remind ourselves about can be really helpful a lot of times. Caroline, I'm so glad that you're joining in with us today live. And Tony, hey, you got this. I'm so glad you're able to join us and be here live for the conversation. Always enjoy your energy. Kathy saw the eclipse with her safety glasses. Was cool with a lot of neighbors. A lot of neighbors showed up, and it was a nice gathering. Yeah, you know, that's the thing that I really noticed, is it was a way for people to gather in the United States and really come out and enjoy this event that was occurring. I mean, people, you know, couldn't find places to stay because, you know, hotel rooms were booked up in Kansas City and Nashville, Tennessee, and different places where, you know, you could see the full solar eclipse. And people coming out in neighborhoods, people gathering in parks. I talked to a friend the other day in Connecticut, and she was talking about how people were having a solar eclipse party on the common areas, and there was lots going on there, and it was like a festival. And what a great thing to celebrate, and celebrate that darkness and that light within us, so that we can be honest with ourselves and with others of who we are. So let's see what else people are having to say here. I get all your emoticons there, Caroline. Thank you so much. That just helps put a smile on my face and bring forth energy in me. So thank you. Kathy saying, interesting analogy. Love your connections. Thank you, Kathy. Kyle, so glad you're joining in live today to do. Kathy said she watched it with appropriate music too. Kathy, I'd love to know what music you had on watching the solar eclipse. I think that's what you're referring to. And yes, always gotta have music. Definitely, definitely. And Kyle, hello to you. And Jessica saying, me and Mom and Jaylyn were outside and had a party at Lorien. And Mom had cake, and Mom didn't want to wear the cool glasses, but Jaylyn did, and she loved it. Enjoyed being outside and gathering with everyone. And they had 101 birthday party that day, and there was a harpist that played, and Mom really enjoyed that. And that's what you did on that day. That's awesome. I love that. It's embracing that joy and that energy of being with other people and connecting, and music can certainly connect us as well. That's one of the reasons why I love doing Flip It Friday and Music Monday and musical musings, that people can read the lyrics and make connections as well. Kathy's saying the total eclipse of the heart, walking on sunshine, bad moon rising. Oh, I love it. You could make your own playlist for the eclipse. That is awesome. Those are great songs. Thanks, Kathy, for sharing. Tony said, usual story. I'm here, but reception is poor. Happily, there's always the time deferred replay. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, Tony, and you have a wonderful weekend as well. I'm so glad that you're able to join in from across the pond over there in Europe. So thank you. Nori said there was a huge sense of community. All neighbors outside, most I've never met before. Isn't that amazing how something like the solar eclipse can cause connections of people being together and focusing on something that all of us can experience at a time together. And that's where that honesty comes in, of just being yourself, who you are, in any given moment, whether that's with people you don't know, with the people you do know, and in your own skin, being happy with who you are. And, you know, one of the things that I love about this song is the chorus. And the song, or the line of the song, Mom, this one's for you in particular. I am Rosemary's granddaughter, the spitting image of my father. And when the day is done, my mama's still my biggest fan. And Mama, you still are my biggest fan. And I just love you tremendously, and appreciate all the love and support you have always given me, and that you still give me. And, you know, I am the spitting image of my father and my mother. And I'm Helen and Betty's granddaughter. And when the day is done, I'm really proud of who I am. And I have grown into embracing the darkness and the lightness within me so that I can shine brighter and be that light worker. I'm going to ask you right now, and I would love for you to share in the comments. And even if you're on the replay watching later, please feel free to make your comment and share with me who you are. And this is how I'd like for you to play with that, is, you know, what is your I am? You know, the chorus is, I am somebody's granddaughter. I am the spitting image of my father. At the end of the day, my mama's my biggest fan. Okay, so who are you? And what is your I am? What will you declare to people publicly that you are? I am. And these are mine. I'm going to share mine with you. I am courageous. I am a light worker. I am a world server. I am my mother and father's daughter. I am compassionate. I am honest with who I am. And I am real. And my definition of real is, for each person, is that it really boils down to real empowerment allows love. And being able to embrace that love of yourself, that love of others, and being honest with who you are. So finish that answer. I am.
I did.
And let's see what people are saying. Kim's saying, I am reliable and resourceful and fun. I totally agree with that, Kim. That really, and you are one of the most honest people I know. One of the things that I love about you is that, you know, you will let people know your honest opinion. And that is greatly, greatly appreciated. So if you don't really want to know an honest answer, don't ask Kim. So thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Kathy says, I am lost, but finding my way. You know, Kathy, thank you for embracing the darkness and the light. And I'd like for you to play with that statement a little bit more and make that declaration of I am. I am finding my way. I am discovering who I am. Being able to really affirm that which you desire. But I love how you started out with embracing that darkness and that light. Thank you for sharing. Kyle is saying, I am good. I am a spiritual worker. I am love. I am bliss. I am fun. I am love. Oh, I'm feeling that, Kyle. I feel that, what you're saying. And I feel that from you, from your posts and your the interactions that we have online. I get that from you. And you are welcome. And I am thankful, you are also saying. Awesome. Joe says, I am loved. Good for you, Joe. Thank you for standing in that truth for yourself, because you are loved and you are love. All of us are love. We come into this world as love. And we just have to remember that as we go through our lives, because we forget that sometimes. We get covered up by the darkness sometimes. So you are welcome, Kyle. Susan says, I am the creator of my own life. I am love. I am a leader, a coach, and I am connected to my truth. I can say that for you too as well, Susan. I see that. I see you in the world. I hear you in the world. And you are those things. Thank you for declaring those. Caroline is saying, oh, I was at work and the son of my lady told us if we want to watch the eclipse, asked if we wanted to watch the eclipse, and we did. And I am loving, compassionate. I am honest. I am dedicated and enjoy serving others. Love you, Beth, for giving us your time. Appreciated and thank you. Thank you so much, Caroline. And thank you so much for declaring those things that you are. Because that is what you bring and how you show up in the world and how you spread your light by being with others and assisting them and caring for them. And thank you for the work that you do in the world and the light that you spread. We are just each a mirror and an extension of one another, because all of us are connected. And the more that we can embrace that and embrace that light, the brighter our light shines to others. And even though we have that darkness and those things that are challenging at times, or those aspects of ourselves that we have difficulty embracing, they're still a part of us. And being honest about that for ourselves and recognizing and figuring out how we can transmute that and shift that in our lives and make peace with some of that darkness at times is important. So, Carola, I'm so glad that you're joining in with us today. Thanks so much for being here. We are just talking about who we are. You know, what is your I am? Please feel free to share that. And George says he is excited. I am so glad, Joe. Thank you for sharing that and sharing for your brother. And I just am so excited that both of you get on here and join in with the conversation. And you've been able to do that this summer before you head back to school. And just feel very honored to be a part of your journey and sharing this time with you and everyone else who is on here live, as well as joining the replays. So, does anybody have another lyric or line of the song that you found impactful for you, or that really jumped into your soul and said, oh, that's something I want to remember, or that really touched my soul in a certain way? If you have something that you'd like to share, please put that in the comments and make us aware of that. You know, the lyrics of this song really, for me, just reminds us how important it is to be honest with ourselves and show up honestly with others, to step into that truth of who we are and share it. You know, we choose how we're going to show up. We don't have to do what everybody else is doing or do it like somebody else is doing. We can only do it in our unique, special way and bring forth our message that resonates with others, that resonate with the message that we want to share. So keep that in mind, that you choose who you are. You're not defined by your story. You're not kept captive there as the victim of your story. And you can write a new story. Brand new year, brand new school year. You can write your story. How do you want it to be? How do you want to show up? Are you showing up as that leader? Are you showing up as that person who has a gift and a talent in X, Y, or Z, whatever that might be? How are you going to show up? Are you going to show up as that reliable person? Are you going to show up as that person people can trust? Are you going to show up as that person that is that coach that helps other people? Are you going to show up as that person who spreads light to others and helps them when times are tough, when that darkness shows up? Think about, what is it that how are you going to show up? Because that's part of who you are. And the more honest we can be, the more light you shine. So I think we're getting close to, we are at 12:21. So we've had such great conversation today, and I have so enjoyed being with each one of you here on the live feed. And if you would like to look at more Flip It Fridays, they're back on my Arrival Coaching Facebook page. I do have the YouTube channel. And if you would like further information on different programs, things that I offer, if you'd like to receive the Musical Musings newsletter on Wednesdays, feel free to sign up for that right there on the Facebook page under Musical Musings. You can receive that, and you also get to know when I have new things coming up, and I'll be having some new things coming up here in the next 2 months. So Susan says, I love to ask, what is the title of your new chapter going to be? Oh, I love that question, Susan. I'm going to ponder that, and then I'm going to put that in the comment section, and I invite everyone else to do the same. We're also going to drop in the link for the free empowerment gift for this week, and it's a fun one that if you haven't already signed up to be on Arrival Coaching's email, please feel free to do that and receive the empowerment resource for this week. It's a fun one, and if you're already on my list, you will receive that next Thursday in your inbox with the monthly newsletter. So thank you, Kim, for doing that. Thank each of you for being here today. Be honest with yourself, know who you are, and be able to say who I am, and just have a fantastic Friday and a wonder-filled weekend, and much love to all of you. Bye.